Okay, so here is, it is August the 8th, and I planted my potatoes on May 19th, so it's about 83 days. And there's my 4x10 bed. I'm going to be doing a lot more potatoes next year in the raised bed. As you can see, I've already dug up 2 plants, couldn't stay away. From research I've learned, you can start harvesting small golf-sized potatoes, which are really delicious, by the way, a week after they start to flower. So when you see a flower on your plant, mark 1 week, 7 days, and you can start pulling them up and eating them. If you want potatoes for storage, you're going to wait until they start to brown up and shrivel away, which this plant over here is doing. I'm in my bare feet, so I gotta be careful I don't step on snakes. Because I do have snakes in this bed too. But as you can see, these are all browning up. So I'm not sure if that's a sign of being ready, as this is my first year of doing them. But like I said, research states to wait longer, but the longer you wait, the harder and coarser the skin is going to be for storage. So I'm really excited. I planted 4 seed potatoes in one of these containers, and we're going to dump this out and we're going to see exactly how many potatoes and how many pounds are in there. Now, planting in these containers was an experiment as well. It's been raining like crazy. Today is actually a really warm day. The soil is wet. I've also read that you should be putting certain things in your soil, and I'm guessing these little, you can see these little dots, they're scabs, I guess they're called. Just wash them off. It is very wet though. Kind of nice soil though. And there is cutworm in this soil, so as I go through it, I'm going to remove the cutworm and feed them to my chickens. There's a little maggoty thing in there. Probably baby cutworm. It's a couple more. Oh, those things are really, oh man, I hate those things. So I'll come back and I'll show you if there is any potatoes. But there are roots, so there should be 1 or 2. So I decided to get a couple of my helpers. Here's Orange, and there's Sandy. Orange was actually called Big Red, but she got hit by a truck wandering on the road. And most of our chickens are the red color like this. So we spray painted her feathers orange, and she's the one who was broody for the longest time. She's always sitting on her nest. So there's some worms in there for you, girl. Oh. Instead of packing the worms up, I thought I'd let them in. There's Sandy found a hole. Oh, don't eat my potatoes though, okay? Here. So hopefully that'll be a little easier. They can find all the cutworm and go crazy. So here are the potatoes from the first container. As you can see, there's not much to them. And this I'm going to need to do research now of why there's lots of bumps on these, on the base of these plants. And when I pulled up the last root where the seed potato was, it was mushy and moldy. These do like acidic conditions. I'm not even sure if these all flowered. That's how much I tended to it. My girls are still going strong, eating away. Sandy's in the corn patch. So we're going to see how many are in this pan, and next year I found a really good site this morning, and I will add the organic stuff that they stated, just so that the potatoes don't rot, or they do grow, and try to condition the soil a lot better, as this is only soil from my parents' garden, which is really hard, like rock in the hot weather, and soggy like quicksand in the wet weather. So hopefully next year I'll be getting a lot more, because this is a learning experience for myself. So I decided to change chickens. This is Blackie. She's by herself. She's a little bit more skittish. Here's some of the sizes of potatoes. No, you're not pecking it. So I wanted to show you that what I did is I put leaves on top here, and I used peat moss. Some of you might want to use cocoa mulch, because it's more it's readily available, I guess. It's better on the environment than depleting, but we had bags of this. I wanted to show you that the peat moss, and then there's the soil that was mixed with sand, clay sand. Anything below this board, about 2 to 4 inches under the board, and it is almost like mud. So nothing's growing in that. So they do like, there's some growing in the sandy stuff. So next year I'm going to experiment with a couple of beds, different types of soil, as an experiment to see what grows best. But my main bed is going to be the lighter, fluffier, acidic, dry stuff. And we'll learn all about potatoes next year. Thanks for watching. So here's one of the plants. And yes, I could have waited to harvest, but right now my reds are doing a lot better than my yellows. But I wanted to show you, this part was buried in the dirt, which was obviously all the rain. It's all muddy. The next section up was buried with sand and peat moss and some of the topsoil in the garden. And that's where most of the potatoes were growing big. As you can tell, there's some baby spuds. There's a lot of roots, but there's baby spuds in here, or at least there were on the other plant. So from my thumb, probably about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches, maybe even 4, I had buried, thinking that you can grow it in 6 inches of soil. I should have went another 2 to 4 inches above and covered that in. The plants would have grown taller, and there would have been a lot more space for the potatoes to produce. But like I said, next year the soil is going to be different. So here's another plant. could have left them in the longer, and those would have grown bigger. But again, I'm thankful for getting what I do have. And they're a fair sized potato. Some of the other ones are just little tidbits. Be careful when you're digging them up. A couple of them are going to be washed and eaten right away. They won't be stored.